Jack, we love you. We love having you on the program. Thanks for being here. So we got to get you to weigh in on this story. There's an Arizona Cardinals player that was suspended for the rest of 2020. He's injured. He's not playing because for betting on games. He was betting on some games he was not involved in. He's suspended. If the league implements new rules, how would they even police it? We've got new betting rules around the country. He's in trouble now. What do you make of this whole situation?
Well, the league has been playing both sides of this for far too long. You know, ever since fantasy football came about, really over the course of the last 20 years, when Yahoo really took fantasy football in another direction by offering it for free, the league has changed. And now, all of a sudden, you see that NFL players are actually allowed to play fantasy football. They're allowed to bet money on fantasy football. The league limits the amount that they can actually make to $250 per game, but they're allowed to play. Now, all of a sudden, the federal government and the Supreme Court starts to allow gambling all across the country. And now, you watch an NFL game, the actual commentators are talking about gambling. The league's endorsing gambling. They're making billions of dollars from it, but the players can't gamble. I don't know. I think it's time for them to change the rules. I understand and agree that if a guy is playing a game and betting on his own team or is involved in a game, he shouldn't be able to gamble. But if a guy's on the couch, like this Arizona Cardinals player who's on IR, he's on the couch gambling on games, I don't see a big deal with it.
Any problem with insider information? I mean, he might know some things we don't know.
But that's the case irregardless. I mean, the same thing with fantasy football and any other thing. The league says that the reason they allow fantasy is because it takes skill and not chance. But when you look at fantasy football, that's all chance. You're picking players from different teams, taking on whether or not they're getting hurt. Guys are playing in different weather conditions. So it's all chance. It's all gambling. I mean, saying that fantasy football isn't gambling is like saying that going to Vegas and playing on the craps table isn't gambling. I don't buy it.